By popular demand, today's video will feature the back nine of my match against a pro. Our setting is the Nicklaus Tournament Course at PGA West. On the back nine, we'll get a lot of insight from our pro Darren, and he'll even do some caddying for me too. This drive is a bit of a pull draw, but I'll still be left with wedge in.
What is it, like 330?
Yeah.
All right.
You got a touch of a tailwind.
I think we can get it there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Darren's distance should be an advantage here.
Hit the shit out of it.
He gets it all the way there, but it's a bit right of the green. But driving a green high doesn't mean automatic birdies, even for a pro. Listen to how Darren approaches his next shot.
All right, so here we are. Got about 25, 30 yards to the pin here. It's a 330-yard par 4, so I've just driven it up right next to the green, but I'm not in a great spot to score. I've got about 6, 7 paces to work with, and then I got a bunker on the other side. Greens aren't soft, they're fast and firm, so really all I want to do here is give myself the best opportunity to make a birdie, but if not, I want to make 4 at the most. So instead of using a 60 where I have to pull off a perfect shot, I'm just going to hit a 7-iron and roll it up there and just hope I get it inside 20 feet and give myself an opportunity.
So anything inside 20 feet here is a success.
Yeah, on the green.
Darren's preserving par here and taking bogey out of play.
Stay.
This is a tough shot,
You know what? You're inside 20 feet.
I'm all right with that. That's cool.
and he's okay missing the green here but still having a putt. Here I am over my birdie putt. I actually send it a bit past the hole and I'll have some work to do. Darren, meanwhile, gave himself a chance at birdie. There's nothing more he can ask for.
Yeah,
Good for it.
He'll take par,
Good for it.
and this is my first tester of the back nine, and so far so good. This hole will play as a 3-shotter for me and a 2-shotter for Darren. I put mine in play here,
You're right.
and Darren, meanwhile,
Yeah.
can fly these mounds to have a really good look. He pulls it a bit off his line, but he'll still
That
get to
works
go
too.
for it.
Hang on.
And now listen to him coach me through my second shot.
What's your perfect wedge number?
90.
90 yards?
Yeah.
So you have
260 flag.
260 flag. So if you want
Darren's
90
talking me
yards, all you
through
need is
hitting
a
the smart
170
layup
shot.
here. It's not just bash a 5-wood and get it as close as possible.
Yeah, we look up at the bunker there in the middle and it's 169 to carry. So your optimal shot here would be just a bit over that 170 number to make sure that's out of it.
Okay.
So you're going to want to
We're going to land on my 4 hybrid,
just
which
left
should
of that
easily
bunker.
carry the
Give yourself that good
170-yard
wedge.
bunkers on the right.
We have a 10 out of 10 plan. And when you have a 10 out of 10 plan, you don't need 10 out of 10 execution.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Baited it at the bunker, but should be deep enough to go over.
There you go.
Yeah, there
And
you
that's
go.
why you take the extra.
10 out of 10 plan with 7 out of 10 execution. What do you have here and what are you doing?
All right, so we got 222. I got a 5-iron. It's probably the right club, but I grabbed 5-iron just so I can make sure I get over these trees in front of me. And then I'm just trying to keep it left so I'm at the open side of the green.
Boy, would I love to hit a 5-iron from 220.
Holy fuck, is that good? Go! That could be like in the hole or a club short.
Meanwhile, I have the ball above my feet here, and I'm not a big practice swing guy, but here I'm going to take my time to make sure I can find the right low point of this swing.
There's that.
Twice in a row I don't like it, and the third time I'm able to catch some turf and feel like I have the right swing.
Oh, I pulled it.
There it is on the ball,
Should be the number.
and it's just a hair left of the pin, but pretty good.
Great shot.
Thanks.
Darren approaches this 50-foot eagle putt with the same amount of care as he does every shot. It's not a coincidence that he likes these close. He studies it before putting a stroke on it. He actually gave me a read on this putt too.
Bang on. You were bang on.
He was right, he saw more break in it than I did. And as he taps in for birdie, we'll stop for a brief word from today's sponsor. If you followed the channel for long, you know that HelloFresh was my channel's first sponsor. I cook with HelloFresh, and when I don't have time to cook, I use Factor, which is now owned by HelloFresh. Factor offers a wide array of meals that require no prep at all. It's great when I'm not in the mood to cook and don't want to wait for takeout. Factor meals arrive pre-prepared and ready to eat in 2 minutes. Their meals are chosen by gourmet chefs and ingredients are fresh, never frozen. Factor offers over 25 meals and add-ons, and I even let Factor craft my meals based on my taste preferences and order history. I also like that Factor is flexible. I can easily adjust my orders and add meals in one particular week or skip a week if I'm out of town. So head to go.factor75.com/notascratch120 and use code notascratch120 to get $120 off. That's go.factor75.com/notascratch120 to get $120 off.
So again, that pin's on the left, so just going for the middle of the green here. Smart. Let the putter do the talking.
If pros aren't taking aim at flagsticks, neither should we.
Good miss.
Okay.
This one gets pulled just a bit long by Darren, and I have the same target. And this one lands right at the front of the green, and I think it's going to be great. But it keeps rolling, and look at where we both wind up. This time, Darren is going to go with the flop shot. He's on a flat lie, and he knows he can hit this one. He assesses where he wants to land the ball, and pulls it off perfectly.
That's so good. It's great.
Meanwhile, I don't have a flop shot. I'm going to try the Texas wedge, and it doesn't quite work out. I'll still be left with the putter in hand here, but I knock it pretty close, and I'm okay getting out of here with a bogey. Darren, meanwhile, can find a par here, and he does.
All world up and down.
Thank you.
I'm not sure why I stole the honor here,
Boom.
but I do hit a good one.
Best of the day.
Hammer time there.
This one is just a tiny bit offline,
Sizzled.
and you'll see what Darren gets left with. That one flirts with the flagstick before going long. And Darren, meanwhile, gets to hit another shot that's just not in my arsenal. That's a pro shot.
Well, that's the best golf shot of the day.
I'll have 20 or 25 feet from the fringe here. Darren closer to 15 or 20. Mine's fine, and I'll have about 2 feet for par. And here's Darren's birdie effort.
Yes, sir!
Thank you.
That was a hell of an up and down from 130 from a bunker.
Thank you.
Mine's just for pride now, and I knock it
There
in.
you go. All right.
Well, I won't stand in the way of back-to-back birdies. Darren doesn't like this one, but it's still about 300.
Oh, okay.
Mine's flared a bit out to the right, and once again I'll need Darren's coaching.
If you're over that, I remember this green all cool. So all you'd have to get out of this is like seriously 130.
I have about 160 to the stick,
I like that.
but Darren says I only need 130. I listen to him, and I will wind up on the front of the green.
So what do you hit from this number?
This is 60 degree. My full 60 degree goes 105.
Okay.
So I just feel it out after that. I use a clock system.
Yeah, you're one of these? Okay, yeah.
So half is 75, just over is 85, and then it just goes up from there.
10 out of 10 planning, 5 out of 10 execution.
Still good. Not a miss.
It's a miss. But it'll work.
The result's fine.
Darren clubbed me right. Had I hit my 160 club, I would have been over the back. Instead, I have a long lag, and unfortunately, I leave it about 6 feet short. Darren's birdie effort is pretty good. I opt to give him this 1-footer here. And here I am from 6 or 7 feet. And I can't make everyone every time. That's a big boy swing.
Is that the best of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll get to go for this one in 2.
Does it matter which side you're on here?
No.
Not me, though.
There it is.
Darren has kind words for this one, but I'll need some coaching again here.
I'm going to hit this 170 up the right side. That's it.
Not my best strike, but certainly not going to hurt me. And now Darren.
So I have 230 yards here coming into the green on a par 5 for my second. I'm into the wind with what looks to be a back pin and 190 to the front. So I got my 235 club here into the wind, just trying to hit it about 220 left of the pin and just in the middle of the green. Hopefully have an opportunity to eagle and just make an easy birdie. I didn't hit that good at all. I have wind straight into...
We'll play no ego golf here.
40.
Well, the last hole we had 157, we hit 8 iron.
Mhm.
And here we have, what's the raw number? 120?
Yep.
And I'm hitting 7 iron.
But you still have to commit, Adam. I took too much off of that and made poor contact. It comes in low and rolls right through the green. Darren has this to get up and down for birdie.
Shot.
He goes about 6 feet past. And this is not my best putt of the day. I'll be left with about the same distance for par. I'm fortunate to knock mine in. And Darren has this for the victory now. But it turns out that he's human too. With the exception of the par 5s, Darren's distance advantage off the tee didn't actually help him as much as his distance advantage on approach shots, and 16's a good example. Darren missed his a bit, and I'm actually going to get mine past his. But from 150 in, I'm hitting a 7-iron, and realistically my green make percentage from here is probably about 50-50. Darren, meanwhile, from 10 yards back,
It's a good looking shot.
fires a smooth 9-iron right at the flagstick. So here I am trying to scramble for par out of the bunker. I'll leave myself 8 or 10 feet here. It's not quite meant to be for me. And Darren, meanwhile, rolls in his third birdie on the back.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
We have some spectators offering us a free beer if we get inside 10 feet here.
That could be so good.
But Darren catches the top of the bunker, and now it's my turn. This one is all over the stick. My group's dallying, and I decide I'm going to knock this one in. And the golf gods punish me for it. It's just a par for me. And Darren doesn't hit his best bunker shot there. He'll have this long effort for par here. But like always, he avoids big scores and gets out of here with a bogey. For my money, 18's the best hole on the course. And I'm hugging a very aggressive line here.
Oh, that's in the bunker.
I'm lucky to get away with it. Darren with a good safe drive up the left. And let it not be said that I always play smart golf. I just wanted to go for this one. I decided I didn't get a liver transplant to lay up here. And the golf gods remind me that I'm not a scratch golfer. Darren, meanwhile, with a bit of a scuzzy one here. It finds a greenside bunker. And I'm looking back through this footage, trying to determine if this was a legal drop. It might have been a cheaty one. Apologies. In either case, I knock it close.
All right.
And Darren, out of a bunker for the second hole in a row, kind of blades it over the green. That's a pretty good effort there, though.
Yeah, good putt. Good putt.
We'll give him that one for bogey. And I knock in what might have been a cheaty bogey. And that concludes the match at PGA West. I'm really curious to know whether you'd like to see more matches like this on the channel. I've been lucky to travel and play a lot of golf this year, and I want to make sure that the content I bring is what you'd like to see, so let me know in the comments down below.